We're gonna read The Nutcracker and Mouse King. The Nutcracker is my favorite ballet. Oh, me too. Oh, ciao, guten Tag, ni hao. Bonjour, konnichiwa. Hi everyone, you ready to read The Nutcracker and the Mouse King? Yeah, make sure you subscribe and be our friend on YouTube, Storytime Fun. And make sure you download the podcast episode and give us a nice 5-star review. You ready for the Mouse King and the Nutcracker? Yeah. Good. It was the night before Christmas. That's December 24th. Yeah. In the house of Starbomb. There lived a little boy named Fritz and a little girl named Marie. And she's also known as Marie Claire. And the little boy and the little girl was so excited. What are we going to get for Christmas, said Fritz. I know what I'm going to get, said Fritz. I asked for a train and a bike. And I have so many things on my Christmas list that I wrote to Santa. And Marie Claire was like, oh, a doll with a pretty lace dress. Oh, a beautiful doll with blinking eyes and beautiful long blonde hair to comb. Oh, yes, such a pretty little clothes and some clothes around her. So they were wondering what they would get for Christmas. And their parents had a very, very special Christmas party that night. Oh, with so many nice guests. So many nice guests would come. So that night, they would get ready for the big Christmas party with lots of guests. So they decorated the Christmas tree with candles and sweets. There was sweets on the tree. There were so many delicious goodies on the tree. There was candles and beautiful tinsel and great decorations. And the dining room table had marzipan and Russian candy ribbons and candy canes and sweet cakes and cupcakes and pies and every kind of delicious dessert you ever would want was there. And there was so many Christmas gifts around the tree. Oh gosh, the party looks so beautiful. Look at all the food. Oh, it smells so good, yes. And their godfather, Drosselmeyer, he was an inventor who repairs clocks in the Stahlbaum's house. And they were so excited to see what their godfather, Drosselmeyer, would give them for a present. Oh, I hope he made me a cool invention, and maybe he brought me a sled, said Fritz. Oh, a nice doll that moves and talks and says, I love you. Oh, yeah, that would be so nice. Oh, you and your dolls. Oh, you and your sports, said Marie and Fritz. Oh, knock. Hello, Fritz and Marie, said Drosselmeyer. Oh, wait till I show you my toys I brought and my inventions I will make. Your mother and dad will be surprised. And so that night, after dinner, everyone went to the beautiful living room and everyone got beautiful presents. And they were all waiting to see what their godfather's toys were. And usually, his toys were so expensive and mechanical that their parents put them away in a cabinet because they didn't want to break them. Look what I made, said Drosselmeyer. A mechanical dancing doll, a harlequin, a ballerina doll, and a doll. Dance, ballerina, dance. And the doll magically danced. I'm dancing. And she twirled and pirouetted and balleted and dipped and jumped and twirled and twirled. And the other little doll danced and danced and danced. And the harlequin doll danced and danced and danced. And they were so beautiful. And the little ballet doll with the musical box enjoyed her mother and father. So that evening, everyone said goodbye. Goodbye, boys and girls. And here are your presents. And Fritz grabbed his presents. A sleigh, I knew it. And Marie had a ugly-looking wooden doll. Ew, what's that, said Fritz. Ew, you got a nutcracker. That's so dumb. Ugh. But it cracks nuts, said Marie. That's very cool. Oh, it does. Let me see if I can crack this nut, said Fritz. Let me try. Crack, crack, crack. Oh, no, you're breaking my doll. No, said Marie. Whatever, it's a dumb wooden nutcracker. And it didn't even crack this nut, said Fritz. And he went upstairs in a huff. I'm going to play with my toys. And so that night, Marie's mother said, don't worry, Marie. I will let your Drosselmeyer fix it tomorrow when he comes over for Christmas morning. Are you sure, Mommy, said Marie. Yes, let's put your little doll under the Christmas tree to remind your godfather Drosselmeyer to fix it in the morning. I'm sure he can fix it. So good night. Good night. Christmas will be tomorrow. You have lovely, lovely gifts to open. Okay, Mommy. So that night, Marie snuck downstairs to the Christmas tree and fell asleep holding her wooden doll. And that night she started dreaming. Oh, she was dreaming. And the dolls were dancing and dancing and dancing. Oh, the Nutcracker is alive. And Marie started getting up, and then she saw some mouse. And the mouse were surrounding her. Ah, some mouse! Oh, these ugly mice everywhere. Ah! And the Nutcracker said, have no fear, lovely girl. I will defend you. Oh, if only I had a sword. And then he whistled. He took his whistle out and blew his whistle, and he rang his bell. Attention, attention, all dolls, all soldiers, come and help me defend this beautiful young lady from these evil mice. But then an evil mouse king stepped up. No, you will not. I will take this girl prisoner. And go get the mouse. Get that Nutcracker now. And the mouse ran up and started nibbling on all these soldiers that were defending the Nutcracker. He will defend you, you little mouse. Oh, said the soldiers. Oh, ow, oh, that tickles, said the little toy soldiers. Oh, tickle, tickle, tickle. Not chewing on my shoes. Oh, my wood, you're nibbling. And the mouse were just, I'm going to nibble you toy soldiers and you Nutcracker. No. And Marie looked around and saw her shoe, and she flung it at the evil mouse king. And it hit him, and it said, oh, how dare someone hit me with a shoe? Who did that, said the mouse king. How dare you? Off with that giant head. And the mouse turned around, and all the mice looked. Yeah, and they sharpened their long teeth and their long claws, and they started running towards the little girl. Mice everywhere with big teeth and long claws. Help me. And the Nutcracker said, no worries. I will get the evil mouse king and stop all these mouse from attacking you. Oh, please, help me. And the Nutcracker found the sword, and then he hit the mouse king, and the mouse king slumped. Oh, you got me, Nutcracker. Oh. And the mouse quickly, all the mice grabbed the mouse king and took him off. And the boy said, would you like to come with me to a beautiful land and go on an adventure? Oh, yes, please. That would be so lovely. Lovely to go on a nice adventure with you. Oh, yes, it'd be so nice and lovely. Oh, yes. So they went in a beautiful adventure, and they saw beautiful snowland, and they went with a beautiful sled. Oh, we're going in the air. Yes, this is the land of the snow, where there's beautiful magical snow fairies and even a snow queen. A snow queen, yeah? That's beautiful. Look at the dancing snow. Look at the beautiful snowflakes. Oh, is that one Snowy the Snowflake? Yes, said the Nutcracker. That one is Snowy the Snowflake. You can listen to Snowy the Snowflake on Enchanted Book Readings. Snowy the Snowflake. Oh, I love these stories. Oh, yes. And so the snow fairies and the queen dance. Look at their beautiful costume, purple and blue. Oh, look at that ballerina costume. Look at that pink tulle skirt. Look at them dancing and pirouetting and jumping. And so they saw a beautiful performance of dancing. And then the Nutcracker said, would you like to go meet the Sugar Plum Fairy? The Sugar Plum Fairy? Oh, yes. It's in Toyland, known as Candyland. Oh, Candyland. Yes. And there they flew, and this beautiful sled, which was the bed. The bed was a sled, a magical flying bed in the air. And they went to the beautiful land. There was rivers of chocolate, and the trees were green marzipan. And there was candy canes, and there was tea and coffee, and there were so many delicious trees. All the flowers on the trees were cinnamon buns, and it was delicious marzipan and fruit cake and Swiss rolls and chocolate rolls and cupcakes and cakes and cookies And Marie Claire said, oh, I'd like a cookie. And she plucked from the tree a delicious chocolate chip cookie. And then she said, oh, I'm so thirsty. And the sugar plum fairy came out. Oh, hello, boys and girls. Are you visiting my toyland and my magical land of delicious treats? Come, meet the other fairies and meet my swan. My swan is swimming in the chocolate river. This river is chocolate, and this river is white, and this river is peppermint swirl. Oh, look at the beautiful water fountain coming down, and the water was the color of candy cane, peppermint swirls. Oh, there's so many delicious good treats. Russian ribbon candy and taffy and cotton candy. Would you like some hot cocoa? Said the beautiful sugar plum fairy. Oh yes, and sit down while I will dance and have a performance with my fairy, said the sugar plum fairy. And the Nutcracker boy and Marie Claire watched as the sugar plum fairy danced and danced and twirled and twirled. She twirled and twirled, and she stood on her toes, and the swans danced, and toy soldiers danced, and beautiful girls and elves and deer danced, and they danced and danced, and the trees danced, and then they threw out candy into the audience, and the Nutcracker boy and Marie Claire ate so much candy and chocolate. They enjoyed their time. Well, we must go back home soon. It's getting late. Oh, I'm so glad you came, said the sugar plum fairy. It was so nice for you. Here, take this present home for your mother and your father, and say, Tadu, have a good night's sleep and many good dreams, and thank you for visiting me. Goodbye, sugar plum fairy. Goodbye, adieu. And they flew back in their sled, the bed that was a sled, and magically went in the air and swished and swished and swished and swished and finally came home. And that night, Marie Claire fell asleep, and the next morning she woke up and opened her eyes, and she looked down, and her Nutcracker doll was missing. Oh, where can my Nutcracker doll be? Oh no, did I lose it? Did I lose it in my dream? Was I really flying? Did I really see the sugar plum fairy and have hot chocolate and eat so much cocoa? And she looked down, she had a box of chocolate. It must be true, it must be true. And that morning, Christmas Day, I knocked on the door, and her uncle was at the door, and her mother says, oh, Look, Fritz and Marie, your uncle is here. I told you, Marie, he will fix your Nutcracker doll and fix it. But I cannot find my Nutcracker doll. It's gone. And Drosselmeyer, hello, said Drosselmeyer. I want you to meet my nephew. Ah, yes, his name is Drossel, for short. Aha. And Fritz says, hi, Drossel. Nice to meet you. And Marie says, hi, Drossel. And she looked. It reminded her of the Nutcracker in the dream. I know your eyes, Marie said. And the boy said, oh, Marie, you're so beautiful. I've always wished to meet a girl like you. And she said, I've always wished to meet a boy like you. And Marie and the boy held hands. And then magical fairy dust split them down. Swoosh, 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 magical fairy dust. And a little bear appeared. And the sugar plum fairy came. Oh, hello, Marie and Jocelyn. You meet and you love each other. So now the spell is broken, and the Nutcracker is now a boy who is a prince. And I wish you a very, very beautiful life as princess and prince. Oh, you're really a real boy, said Marie. Yes, said Jocelyn. I was under a spell. Oh, one day I'll tell you about it, but it was all about my uncle setting traps for the mouse to catch the mice in the castle, and there was a curse because the mouse mom cursed the princess because they caught so many mouse, and so that was revenge. So I was magically transformed into a wooden doll, but only would stay into this Nutcracker doll until I would meet a girl that falls in love with me. Oh, I'm so happy for you, Jocelyn. Yes, it's so magical, and you will be my princess. And a princess, a real life princess, but you are my boy, and I am so happy. And her mother and dad said, this is so special. And Fritz says, you meaning a prince? You're a prince? Well, I want something like that. All I got was a sled. And they all laughed and laughed and laughed. And Marie and Drossel, the Nutcracker boy, was really a prince, and they danced and they danced and they danced, and they ate delicious marzipan
and drank coffee, and their parents had tea, and they had a beautiful night, and they lived happily ever after. And there was a beautiful dance as their godfather, the inventor Drosselmeyer, had a beautiful ballet with magical dolls, and the ballerina doll danced and danced and danced and danced, and they clapped and clapped, and they had the most joyous and beautiful Christmas ever.
Thank you, the end, the Nutcracker and the Mouse King. Make sure you subscribe and be our friend, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Storytime Fun, where you can check out all the Stinks. Those are Skunks videos. They're so cool, like the Christmas party. You can see Peppa the Pig, Spider-Man, Batman, all kind of fun videos. Thanks for listening to me. Thank you for the 5 stars.